All right, good afternoon and welcome to today's session of Imagine America Radio, our continuing Career College Exposition webinar series. My name is Lee Doubleday and I'm with the Imagine America Foundation. I'm excited about today's topic, STEM careers and workforce training with Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. Midwest Technical Institute has 6 campuses all across the state of Illinois, Mississippi, and Missouri, and is this country's leading provider of high-quality, career-focused education. Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College are also new partners of the Imagine America Scholarship and Award programs. Your high school seniors can now apply for a scholarship through the Imagine America Foundation to attend the institutions that we're going to be talking about today. Without taking valuable time from our presenter, let me refer any and all inquiries about the Imagine America Foundation and our scholarship programs to our website, which is imagine-america.org. But since our beginning in 1999, Imagine America remains a leading sponsor of scholarship aid to enrolling high school students. However, our country faces a serious shortage in certified technicians. We hear from employers in virtually all sections of the country desperately looking for qualified employees, so we need to do more. A partner in today's presentation again is Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. And joining us today to discuss in detail the looming technician shortage and how Midwest Tech and Delta Tech are helping meet this need is Louis Schonauer. Louis is the director of high school admissions and has been working with high schools for years now, so you're in good hands today. But before turning the program over to Louis, let me outline today's agenda. Today's session of Imagine America Radio will be 30 minutes maximum, with question and answers at the end of the presentation. All participants can submit questions while this presentation is in session via the Q&A or the chat feature in this Zoom meeting, and are encouraged to do so because at the end of the presentation, we will then present any questions offered by the participants and address as many questions as possible and provide written responses and follow-up emails if necessary. We will have a hard close at 2:30 p.m. So without taking any more time out of today's presentation, let me turn today's session over to Louis. Louis, floor is yours.
Thank you, Lee. Again, my name is Louis, and I am the high school director here for Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. I want to thank you all for taking some time here to meet with me today. I would like to tell you guys a little bit, about our previous history, how we got started, but as well as really how we, benefit how our students benefit, from learning from a school like us, but as well as, how we partner with you guys as local teachers, counselors, administrators. And as you can read here is our mission is to offer workforce training that will provide graduates with the skills necessary to gain entry-level employment in their chosen field. So starting next year, I again want to tell you a little bit about our previous history, kind of how we got started. And we got started almost past about 27 years ago in 1995. We were founded by 2 former welders, Brian Huff and Mike Casper, where they opened the doors to a weld trade school located in Lincoln, Illinois to offer commercial pipe welding training. As you can see here, we have at the top there is Brian Huff, who still currently to this day is one of our original co-founders, as well as our CEO, but as well as we have Mike Casper below, who is another one of our co-founders. And again, both Mike and Brian, both were former welders. They saw the demand needed out there in this industry, and the career that was presented for it. So then shortly after 1995, with our one program there in one location, we actually received our very first accreditation in 1999, which is the Accrediting Commission of Career Schools and Colleges, which we are held to a high standard, such as placing more than 70% of our graduates in their field of study, which I'm going to touch a little bit more base, with that job placement for those who qualify. And I'm going to get into that here for us in just a second. Shortly after 1999, after we received our accreditation, we actually opened up our second program, which is our HVAC-R MAR technician program, also known as heating, ventilation, air conditioning, there at our Lincoln facility. Then shortly following after that, in 2003, we actually introduced our allied health wing of different programs here, starting in January, where we added our medical assisting and massage therapy, our dental assisting, our medical coding, and our basic nursing assistant was to follow afterwards. Then shortly after in 2003, we, in 2004, opened up our very first Delta Technical College campus, which is located initially in South Haven, Mississippi. Then there from 2004, in 2007, we actually outgrew that Lincoln facility. As we talked about, when we very first started where we had one program and one school, we're now actually, we have 2 schools, but as well as multiple different programs. So we outgrew that facility there in Lincoln, Illinois, and moved to which is now still to this day, our main campus in Springfield, Illinois. And then shortly after our move to Springfield there is where we really got the ball rolling and added, quite a few other different locations here, where we actually first relocated from that South Haven, Mississippi, all the way to our brand new Horn Lake campus there. But then in March of 2009, we opened up our East Peoria, Illinois location. Then shortly after, in May of 2011, we opened up Moline, Illinois campus. And then in January 2012, we actually opened up our second Delta Technical College, which is actually located in Ridgeland, Mississippi. And then in January of 2013, we opened up our Springfield, Missouri campus there. But that's where you can see where we were as of 2009. But then if you move forward here all the way to 2019, we actually, again, outgrew that Horn Lake, Mississippi campus, where we actually expanded. They're still in Horn Lake, Mississippi, but we actually outgrew that 36,000 square foot location, where we actually built into a brand new 50,000 square foot location, which is right behind our old location there for our students. But as you can see here, we very first started with one school and one program to, again, where we actually, have outgrew a lot of our different locations and continue to expand. We're now currently, we have 6 different locations across 3 different states with multiple different programs. So again, who we are. MTI and DTC is changing lives through workforce training by utilizing the high standards our programs were built on to ensure that students who are serious about learning a trade will have a legitimate chance to reach their career goals. Again, here is our CEO, Brian Huff, where he just kind of talks a little bit about, that job placement, is a robust part of what we do here, which I'm going to dive in here a little bit to you with some of the different numbers as well. It's not just something that we talk about, but it's something that we like to share as well here. And this here is our placement rates for our MTI. Again, we want our graduates in the workforce. Our average job placement rate for the MTI Illinois campuses was at 75%. 22 of our 26 programs actually had a job placement rate of 70% or higher. And 5 out of 5 of those programs there, we were actually over 85% or higher. And 795 graduates were placed in a job with their field of study within the last year. And here are those 5 programs, again, where we are actually at 85% or higher. As you can see at our East Peoria location with our basic nursing assistant, we are 89%. Our Journeyman Welder 2 program at our Moline campus was at 88%. Our Springfield, Illinois campus for our basic nursing assistant was at 87%, as well as our dental assisting program in East Peoria was at 86%. And then again, our phlebotomy program at our Springfield, Illinois campus was actually at 86%. Again, these are our programs that we had a job placement rate of 85% or higher. And these numbers here are what we reported to our accreditors, the ACCSC, based on the 26 programs and the 1,056 eligible graduates across the 3 MTI Illinois campus locations. So next, again, a lot of times, when people think of a trade school, they only think of, the mechanical, maybe the allied health or the transportation industry, different things like that. But this is, some of the unique benefits that we really have here for our students, which I really think allows them to be successful and be able to go out there and get into a high demand career right away here after graduation. And that very first one being is that relevant curriculum with no general education courses. We don't have any of your prerequisites, such as like Math 101, English 101, or anything like that. I really like to call it focus training, where again, if you want to be a welder or, a medical assistant or, a truck driver, we focus on those exact skills that you need, in order for you to be able to be successful here after such a short time frame program. Because as you can see here, majority of our programs can be completed here in less than a year, in 10 months or less, as well as our instructors here come with real world experience. Again, with our accreditation, they actually have to have a minimum of 3 years experience here, in order to be able to teach one of our courses. But one of the most important pieces I think that's really helped stands out here for our students, that hands-on workforce training. I know we talk to high school teachers, high school students all the time. They really want to have that hands-on feel, when talking about, that next step, or getting into a career path or whatever it may be. And here at MTI and DTC, we do a really good job with that hands-on approach here, that we simulate real working environments here in our labs. As well as, again, we are an accredited school by the ACCSC. And again, we are a military-friendly school as well, where we accept, the GI Bill, different VA benefits, and different things like that. But one of the really cool, unique things I think that really, helps us stand out here is our lifetime job placement assistance, which is available for those who qualify. We like to say, again, we can't guarantee nothing, but we want to do anything in our part to help them out, whether that's helping with some mock interviews, help build a resume, work with, different employers. Again, we can't guarantee anything at the end of the day, but we don't do anything on our part to help them out. And then last but not least is, MTI and DTC, we meet with local employers to enhance and develop our MTI curriculum and programs. These are what we call our program advisory committees. So we actually have outside employers come to us. We usually host them 2 or 3 times a year, but it gives us a chance to, really to work with different people who are out there in the industry. Maybe catch up some of the different changes that are going on out there. Where are the different job opportunities out there available to them? Where it really helps us, prepare students as well as develop our curriculum. So our students can be successful here, not only through one of our programs, but when they be able to go out there and start a career right away. So now when we talk about the different, benefits, of here at MTI and DTC, what we have to offer, but one of the real big things I think that our students, enjoy, and really see success from is that individualized approach that we take with every single one of our students. And I like to say, for us as high school representatives or admissions, we're with them from the very beginning of the enrollment all the way through graduation. And I start here on this wheel to the right where it talks about our admissions team, where admission reps help each individual students, visualize their future through a graduation and ultimately employment using their Track Your Success exercise and the admissions process, which includes a one-on-one meeting, a campus tour, and a consultation with financial aid, which kind of leads us into the next piece, is our financial aid team. MTI provides personalized support in applying for federal financial aid and help with understanding all the funding options, including scholarship opportunities. MTI's financial aid team can assist students in person and virtually. I think that's one of the really cool and unique things that we have here to offer with our team is, they're here with us on campus every single day. But as well as we are equipped to meet with you over the phone, virtually, and the FAFSA, steps for parents or students can be scary at times. And we have trained professionals here that are be more than happy to walk them through every single step of the way. Let them know exactly how to fill out a FAFSA, how they go about applying for student loans. Our team here is to help them out with that, where each student is assigned a specific advisor. But as well as we have student success specialists who provide ongoing support tailored to each student's needs, including tutoring, test-taking strategies, life skills workshops, and resources to locate children or childcare, transportation, housing, and part-time jobs. And then last but not least is, again, that job placement assistance, where MTI's placement team identifies individual student strengths to match them with job opportunities. Qualified graduates have the access to lifetime job placement assistance for those who qualify. MTI works to find employers locally, statewide, and or nationally, allowing the student to explore all the options available to them. So again, as you can see here, with our students, we are taking that individualized approach to every single one of them, from all the way from the admission side of things to financial aid, but as well as when they're a student, as well as when they get ready to graduate there and be able to go out there and get their career started right away. Here as well is, what we talk about with students, is that student loan debt. And here's just a graph we have here, for a typical for-profit college graduate, they could be looking anywhere close to around $40,000 in student loan debt, as well as a student who may typically go to a public college, four-year university is maybe around $25,000. But as well as our graduates here at MTI and DTC are typically, again, right around that $9,400 range here for a typical average of student loan debt that they may be looking at. So next here is, again, what are the different types of programs we offer? I think that's one of the really cool, unique things that we have here to offer is we have a wide variety of different programs we have here to offer. In our mechanical trades programs, such as welding, HVAC, as well as our allied health programs, again, with medical assisting, dental assisting, massage therapy, medical coding, phlebotomy, basic nursing assistant. And then we also offer cosmetology program at some of our different locations. And then as well in the CDL and PTD truck driving programs here. But again, as you guys can see here, the programs that we have here to offer, are in demand. They are essential fields. For students who are wanting to go out there and be able to get a career started right away, there's tons and tons of opportunity out there that is available to them. And that's what we're really about here. So what I'd like to kind of go about next is talk about some of the different programs that we have here and what that growth opportunity looks like for them, not just here on the Illinois side of things, but as well as the national growth in that demand that's needed here for these different programs. Here again, on the left-hand side, you can see for the Illinois growth, then again for our phlebotomy, our medical assistants, as well as our dental assistants. And then going in all the way to here is with our HVAC, from the Illinois growth on the left-hand side, our welders, our medical coding, but again, in that national growth. Again, these are different numbers that we pulled from the Bureau of Labor Statistics here, as well as the data that was provided here for it. So next, what kind of leads me in here is talking about partnering with schools. Again, here on the high school, as the high school director, I like to talk to you guys as guidance counselors, teachers, about what kind of additional support, as well as how can we partner with you guys as local, counselors, graduation coaches, or social workers may be. We have resources that help our high school seniors understand what options are available to them, and what their path looks like after high school. And over to the left here is just a kind of a little image here that we actually utilize in our presentation, where we talk to kids, what options do they have when they graduate? What can they go do? We like to talk to them about all those different, options that may be available to them. We are committed to partnering with the faculty and administrators in our local high schools to help improve graduation rates for high school seniors. One exciting feature that we offer is our hands-on events, which allows high school seniors to get experience in the high demand and essential career. This can really help guide a senior towards completion and graduation because they're finding their passion working towards a path after high school. I will say this is one of the really cool and unique things that we've done and partnered with schools on is our career nights, where it allows students who maybe don't know what they want to get into, or maybe they have never experienced welding or a medical assisting type field at their local high school. It gives them an opportunity to come in with their parents and experience it, free of charge. See if this is a great career path they would like to explore. Be able to get that hands-on experience, as well as talk with our instructors about some of that real-world experience in the careers or where we maybe place our students out to. So it's a great opportunity for local high school seniors who maybe don't know what they want to do. It's a great option for them. As well as we not only kind of partner them with hosting different events, but a big question we get a lot of times from counselors, especially with their high school seniors, is about scholarships. Here at MTI and DTC, we have actually awarded more than $5.2 million to high school seniors through our scholarship programs. Our scholarships are geared towards high school seniors interested in a trade or a career in an essential field after high school. These opportunities can provide additional support and help keep students actively engaged throughout high school. It's a really cool and unique thing. And I know for me, speaking on the high school side of things, it's one of the things our representatives really like to do when they partner with you guys as schools, is to be able to go out there and share these different moments. As you can see there in the pictures, we like to go meet them at, maybe it's their house with their parents, maybe at our school and surprise them, or maybe even go to a senior awards ceremony and reward these kids for their hard work, because they're wanting to go out there and get into a high demand career right away. And those are the seniors who we're wanting to, help out with, and help get them to meet their goals. So I touched on it there a little bit, with our career night and everything we got, but we hosted a couple different events throughout a high school year. And one of those is actually being our welding competition, where each year we host a welding competition, but not only does every participant receive a $500 scholarship, but the top 3 winners also receive major scholarships to attend our school. This is an all-day event with parents, instructors, and participants. We're actually getting ready to host our Illinois regional one this upcoming Saturday. So if anybody knows of a high school senior who may be interested, has some welding experience, and would like to come and compete, we'd be more than happy to have them come out next Saturday. But we also host a Live, Breathe, Smile competition, which is a science fair type project approach geared towards high school seniors interested in the healthcare industry. This educational competition also awards scholarships to participants and winners. And then again, lastly was our career nights, which I kind of spoke on there a little bit earlier. Again, it's an opportunity for kids to be able to experience and get a hands-on experience with our instructors to see if this may be a career that they would really like to get into. And typically we host anywhere from 3 to 4 every year for high school seniors. But not only do we partner with the local schools, one of the really cool things we really try to do with our high school representatives, and just MTI and DTC as a whole, is play an active role in our community. We've partnered with different organizations such as IJAG, donating salon services to make prom special for lower income high school seniors. We provide an array of salon services such as for Tim Tebow's Charity Foundation, Night to Shine. We've been a collection site for coat donations for those in need, held backpack drives for school age kids, as well as just raise different supplies for high school students every year. Over the COVID-19 pandemic, classes having to be delivered through remote learning models, we actually decided to donate online learning supplies to lower income seniors or schools that were in need for their students. Building strong ties within the community and finding opportunities to support those in need are 2 important initiatives for Midwest Technical Institute and Delta Technical College. But lastly, but not least here, at MTI and DTC, we want to not only partner, but support the faculty in our local high schools. We know that sharing our resources will help seniors choose a path that is right for them after high school, even if that path is not MTI and DTC. Providing additional support, sharing best practices like how to keep a student engaged in a classroom, as well as career exploration events, can lead to higher persistence and graduation rates. One of the most rewarding parts of us is being able to deliver a scholarship to a high school senior who may have never thought college was ever an option. We are ready to work with you to help you achieve your goals and help you overcome the challenges you face. We are always looking to partner with new schools, new students, different organizations, to help provide these students, with opportunity to be able to go out there and get into a high demand career right away. That's what MTI and DTC is all about. And like we like to say here is, work hard and dream big. So thank you.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Louis. We are now going to open this up for the Q&A portion of our presentation. The first question, Louis, this person wants to know, how you sort of differentiate from the local community college. Can you kind of talk about the key differences between Midwest Tech and Delta Tech and any other community college in their local area?
Yeah. So again, we don't have any of your typical gen ed or prerequisite type courses, but as well as a lot of our programs, again, are set up for less than a year. And one of the big emphasis we really focus on hands-on workforce training. Now there is still schoolwork or all those different things, study time, tests, lecture, all that different stuff. But we like to take that approach, not only to learn it there in the classroom, but to be able to go out there and apply it into a lab. As well as one of the really cool, unique things here is our job placement assistance for those who qualify, where again, we're helping students out after graduation to be able to go ahead and place them into a career right away. And again, we actually have to maintain a minimum of a 70% job placement rating here with our accreditation.
Wow. Yeah, that the 70% job placement rate would definitely be a key differentiator. And I think that's an important thing to consider when considering going to a post-secondary institution is what level of involvement do they have with the local employers, and employer partnerships is a big thing that separates you all from
Absolutely.
college. Yeah. So next question has to do with GPA or SAT scores. Are there any requirements in that area to go to any one of these schools?
So there are no GPA or ACT or SAT requirements. However, a requirement for them is they must have a high school diploma or a GED in order to be able to take one of our programs here.
Got it. Okay. Now, do you have any events coming up?
So our next upcoming event will be our welding competition this upcoming Saturday, held at our East Peoria location, but also our Live Breathe Smile competition is actually coming up on May 5th there. So for our students, again, who are looking maybe an allied health career and want to show some of that creative side, as well as present on a project that they put on, we'd be more than happy to have them be a part of it.
All right, awesome. Well, just a few house cleaning items here. Number one, Imagine America has recorded this session and will be forwarding the recording of this session to all of you likely tomorrow morning, along with Louis' contact information. We'll also be posting this session on our website, which again is www.imagine-america.org. And we will be conducting a follow-up survey when you leave this meeting. If you wouldn't mind providing us some feedback on maybe there was something that wasn't talked about that you wish was talked about, any sort of feedback that you could give us would be very helpful. But before closing, I just want to thank our participants for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us today. And I'd also like to thank Louis for sharing with us today's presentation and encourage you to contact him directly with any future questions that you may have. On behalf of the Imagine America Foundation, Louis and myself, I want to thank you and goodbye.